it was good to show. We can't judge everything. I'm sure Microsoft will have the answers they are looking for during the FS Expo, but we need to learn as a community to be more constructive. I think if people were expressing their fears and concern in a different voice, Microsoft will have already provide answers. But the reality is that people went the other way of passion, right? Which is going into anger and then start expressing the anger. And when somebody's in that state of mind, it's very difficult to understand what they're saying, understand why they're upset, and moreover trying to pacify their fears because you're in a state of mind that is not the right mindset. I think this is why Microsoft waited and why they haven't addressed everybody the way they want to address. I always encourage people to tell me feedback about my products, but in a positive way, because then it helps me to understand it. Right? If just to give you an example, let's say that I do have a bug with one of the cars and it's going through the airplane, right? And it crashed the airplane. I know that you're going to be pissed off about it, so you're going to come and tell me now, your car is absolutely rubbish, it doesn't work, it crashes all the time, look at this. How you think I'm going to feel at that moment, right? Okay, I have to kind of put my dragon skin on top to try to take and then try to get the information out of you to tell me on which airport and how that happened, right? And then instead you're going to go, it happens everywhere because you're upset, right? But if you tell me, I have a case where the car crashed my airplane on this particular airport and parking spot, what we can do about it, I will go, oh, okay, let me go and test. Yes, I found out what it is. Okay, on the next update we can release something. Or if I find out that it's something else, I can explain to you what it was. Oh, the issue is because this particular airport, the taxi point is on wrong, and now we can't do anything about it, unfortunately. But there is always a solution. The difficulty is how you have a conversation that is useful to find the solution. This is something that I didn't like about the reactions to the news, because people lose that kind of connection with a company that is still feeding their biggest passion, clearly, right? They're feeding your biggest passion, which is flight simulation. You yelling at them is going to achieve nothing. But if you ask nicely, you might achieve something, right? Even if you are disappointed or something, you think it this way. If you order some food at a restaurant and they bring you the wrong food, and you yell at the waitress and you yell at the manager and you yell at the chef, I doubt very much you're going to get the food you wanted. But if you say, I'm sorry, this is a mistake with this is not what I ordered, I wanted this. You might even get an apology and get the food you wanted and for free. Let's think about that.
Yeah, I think we always forget that there's always humans behind projects like this because it's
Yes.
it's digital, right? So my final question for you: what does the future hold for FS Reborn? Obviously, we've talked about your latest projects, your next project, hopefully a 727 before 5 years. But what's the future look like for you?
Well, my hope is that we can release at least 10 aircraft. And you heard about 5 today. So it's slots there. And on that said, by the time 727 is out, I will have fulfilled my dreams of the ones that I personally would love to own. So we're going to reach a stage where I'm going to start asking the community what is it that they feel up to date X hasn't been done the way they wish should be done, and then put kind of a vote system in our server and say, okay, we have these 3 candidates, which one you guys will feel like it, right? I want to build a community large enough where we can have that kind of project decision making as a group.